Alrighty, welcome everybody. I'm gonna give this a few moments to start registering so people know that I'm live. That way you guys can come on in, uh, and I'll explain what's going on and why I was late to the party. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Let's see, we got one person in here. Hey Hillary, thank you for showing up. So yeah, as I said, um, I went to the bins, and I should have known better that I wasn't going to get out of there in enough time to drive back. There was a couple of wrecks on the highway, so late start. But hopefully, you guys are all having a great day. 17 minutes late is better than not getting on here at all. Didn't have time to make any of my fancy thumbnails, so that'll get done after the fact. So hopefully everybody's doing well. Hey Sue, this weekend we're going live again early, like we did that one morning at 9 o'clock. So if that works for you, that works for me. Unless you need to go later, around like 2 o'clock ish. But I'm going back out in the community and trying to save souls for Christ. So let's see. We got Hillary in the building. Hey, Chris, what's going on, bro? How you doing, man? The dojo, is it doggo or is it dogo? And how is it going, man? Try to type the way that your name's pronounced. Uh, hope you're doing well, Sue. What's up, Jonathan? How you doing, bro? Got to get that inventory, man. Yeah, absolutely. So I didn't get to go yesterday on Memorial Day. So I got I got in there today. I did not get the amount of stuff that I wanted to get because there's only one trip, so I'll have to go back sometime this week. But that's all good. I'm actually like 3 days ahead of schedule, so it's really kind of all good. What's up, Jay? How you doing, man? Appreciate you coming and hanging out with me. Okay, that's fine. So, Craig, as I said to Sue, the live stream, if you do plan on attending the private members only live stream this coming Saturday, it's going to be at 9 a.m. Central instead of 12 p.m. Central this weekend. And there is Christina. What's going on, Christina? She says hi to everyone. Hi, resellers. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Well, uh, as well as can be. Lead Belt Emporium. Good evening. What's going on, man? How you doing? Uh Jay says hi to Christina, the doggo. Okay, so I had it right. Good deal. What's up, Nita? How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Righteous Monkey says tapped in. I sent out your shirt yesterday. You should get it fairly soon. I don't remember how far away you were from me. I think you're in Arizona. So I don't know, a couple days. All right, Craig says okay. So yeah, man, I appreciate everyone, bearing with me on the tardiness of the live stream. Like I told everyone earlier, I was coming back from the bins. You add different, things to your schedule and it throws you right off track. So I did the best that I could. Um, if anybody has any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. That way I can answer your questions and give you all the value that I can. So how's sales going for everybody? Yesterday was pretty good for me. Overall, I think yesterday was like the second best day of the year. Let me go check real fast. I did 879 and then the previous day was 886. So real close, like $7 difference. So really happy with that. A lot of people said yesterday was really crazy for it to be a holiday. You know what I mean? Um, can never be mad when you sell a lot of stuff on a holiday when people are not usually on their phones. Let's see here. I got an offer. I'm accepting. Okay, back to the live stream. Yeah, no problem, bro. Thanks for the purchase. And I didn't know who was going to buy that shirt because the title, it was like vintage monkey shirt because there was no brand. You know what I mean? So how was the bands? It was all right. It was mediocre. Um, it did what it's supposed to for me to be in there for 2 hours, but I just didn't find any bangers. No grills, nothing that's gonna like blow the top off, you know what I mean? But simple stuff that'll pay the bills. So that's really all it needs to do for me, in my opinion. What's up, Dave? Oh, how you doing? All is well. I've got allergy problems right now. You guys, you don't even know the half of it. I sound perfectly fine right now, but if you would have talked to me like an hour ago, bro, I was in such bad shape. Stuffy nose, which is still a little stuffy. Stuffy nose, itchy eyes, sneezing. I was like a little bi, but now I'm back to the old shape I'm supposed to be in. I was talking to my brother on the phone. He's like, dude, are you sick? And I was like, yeah, man, my allergies are flaring up. And we're twins, and he does not have allergy problems whatsoever. So he's like not suffering whatsoever. Jay says, so I went up to the storage units in Chicago. Good score, nice. Canon T30i or T3i, a tattoo equipment set, nice. A cricket cutter, a bunch of polo and Zara man clothes, snapbacks, and a huge Bruce Lee picture. Sweet. How much was the unit? Like you'll make your money back off just the electronics, the cricket and the Canon, if it was a feasible price. What's up, Roger? How you doing, bro? Appreciate you coming and hanging out. I had 27 packages go out Friday through Monday. Let's go. That's what's up, man. Congratulations. Um, Texas Strong said, "What's good, buddy? Replay gang here, but made the live this time. Yeah, I know you always catch the replay faithfully, man. Appreciate you coming and joining. Sal Leota. This is my guy right here, guys. If you could do me a favor and like look this channel up right now, Sal Leota. That's all you gotta do is type it in your YouTube and go smash subscribe right now, everybody. There's 38 people in here. I would want at least half of you to subscribe to this dude, if not all of you. I'd like all of you, but I know you're not all gonna do it. So uh Junior Joyce says, hey, I was wondering if you use the price bucket system some others talk about. If so, could you talk about it? Awesome stuff, man. Yeah, so I do use a price bucket strategy. Craig dropped the link to his channel. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. What I do as far as price buckets would be so like for jeans, let's just say it's like Levi's. I'll price most of my jeans at 25 bucks, sometimes 30 bucks. Um and then for like t-shirts, I price them at 10 to 15 bucks. Just depending on which ones they are. Button up shirts, I price those between 15 to 17 bucks, depending on what they are. And then I just kind of stick to that business model. Most hoodies get listed for 25 bucks. It just depends. And then I'll accept any offer that's like within a $10 price range from that. So that's just what I do. Not all $10, because like if a shirt's 15, I'm not gonna sell it for 5 just unless it's like marked or marked down real bad for an aged inventory standpoint. But it works for me. You got to find what works for you though. Jay says the unit was free. Storage Treasure just gave it to me, so all is profit. Well, I'm out 103 for the U-Haul. Hey man, that's a dub though, bro. Congratulations. The tattoo set will pay for that. Yeah, there's people dropping, people subbing. There you go. I appreciate it, man. Hopefully, you gain some subs from this one. He's just started his channel, but I know it's gonna be big. I was telling him this morning that his channel's gonna blow up. He's just got to get the right amount of traction on it. He's doing big things. Greetings from Kentucky. I caught your channel for the first time yesterday. You are an inspiration. I plan to watch your channel at work to pass the time. Hey, that's cool. As long as you still get your work done, that's really all that matters. Yeah, no problem. What's up, Jimmy? How you doing, bro? Hopefully everybody's doing good out there, man. I got a lot of comments on the last video. Not the one that came out the other. Maybe it was the one that came out the other day. About how like my content's really helping a lot of people grow their businesses, and that's what this channel is all about, man. So I'm really thankful that you guys do come in the comment section and ask your questions, because then that gives me number one, that gives me content. You know what I mean? Like I can literally make content based around answering you guys' questions. Coming up with content on my own, it's doable, but it takes a lot of creativity, and I'm not a creative person. That's why I do the same thing over and over every day. So you guys you help me out just as much as I help you out. How many items are you up to now? I think I'm at like 72. Let's see, 7267. So almost 7,300. Going to the bins in Hudson, New Hampshire on Tuesday. Nice. From what I've seen from a lot of people that go to the bins in that area, they pull out a lot of good stuff, especially because you guys got like uh a lot of outerwear, a lot of outerwear sells, for a lot more money than like just say basic t-shirts do. So um you should find a lot of good stuff there. Can you guys hear my neighbor's Harley? He just started it up. Um, what was I getting ready to say? I don't know. I lost my train of thought looking at this soda can, this monster can. Those 32 by 8 by 8 are expensive. Ordered 100 for my new rack, spent 248 from eBay. What's the cheapest you found? You bought them on eBay? Bro, that's don't buy them on eBay. Uh I use the 32 by 8 by 8 and I use 32 by or 30 by 10 by 10. And the 30 by 10 by 10 are cheaper than the 32 by 8 by 8. The 32 by 8 by 8 is 25 for like 75 bucks. And then the 30 by 10 by 10 is either 25 or 20 boxes for like 64 bucks on Amazon. Just use the link in my description, bro. Like, um, you don't have to use those boxes, but it'll at least take you to the box store that has affordable boxes. Yeah, $248 is crazy. But I guess for 100 boxes though, that's really not that bad because if you were to do 100 boxes from the people that I buy it with, that's what 75, 75. That's $300. So I guess you're better off buying it from eBay. I go to the New Hampshire bins twice a week. That's what's up. And obviously, if you're going twice a week, you're getting good stuff there. So that's cool. What's up, Heaven Sense? How you doing? Just checking in. I'll be sitting back enjoying the stream. That's what's up, man. I really appreciate you coming and hanging out, bro. I hope that advice I gave you helped. Um, I know you had said something in one of my last videos in the comment section. Maybe it was just maybe you're the one that said that. I think this is the one that you was the one that was saying that your channel or your store, the advice I was giving was helping you. I think you're the one I was just talking about. So yeah, man. Super glad that this content helps you guys. Cause I could get on here and just talk, about me and like that's not gonna help anyone. Uh so like you guys really, man, it's the channel's about you guys. I'm the vessel. It's a little over 2 hours to get there for me. Yeah, but if you stay all day and you have a decent amount of, decent amount of money on the budget, and, you know, it depends on what your theory or your strategy is on how you do it. If you go for like the new rows every time they come out, you're gonna be like fighting like, what's it called? A litter of puppies, trying to get to a nipple, you know what I mean? So it's like, do you really want to put in all that effort just to maybe get one item? Because the vultures are gonna attack. So like me, whenever that happens, I just stay off to the side and go through bands where everybody's literally just abandoned and I find good stuff because my Rolodex is probably a little bit higher than what theirs are, but Mike got unplugged somehow. Hang on. So I have only made around 3K since I started this year, but I was wondering about the taxes situation. I know you aren't a tax expert, but I don't know how much I should send the IRS. You get your accountant to file for you, or either you file yourself and they'll tell you what you got to pay. Typically it's about 20 to 25%, depending on what state you live in, of what you bring in net, not the gross. So after all your taxes or after all your deductions are taken out of it, and like all your expenses are subtracted from it, usually it's going to be about 25% of what you've made off of that. So like for me, like my first year, I only had to pay like 3,000 bucks, and I brought home like 21K for my first part time year. My second my second year, which is my first full time year, I took home like 41,000, and I only had to pay like 7,000 bucks in. So not a lot compared to 41,000. So just get you a certified accountant or a CPA that knows what they're talking about to help you out with that. Last time I went, found a lot of stuff that's already gone. That's how it goes, bro. Usually, man, what's funny for me is like I go to the St. Louis bins and then I turn around and I sell a lot of stuff to people at the St. Louis in the St. Louis area. And I'm like, you could have just went to the bins and got it yourself. Yeah, this is a link to the spreadsheet that I use that really tracks all my numbers. Every number ever. It even tracks my rent, the square footage in my apartment that I use for work. Um, every expense that you could think for a reselling business, this spreadsheet documents because a reseller that is a CPA made the spreadsheet. So she knows what she's talking about. She's also got a YouTube channel as well. So like she goes over taxes every once a week at least on a live stream, but I think she's bumped it up to two because she went live earlier too. So buy the spreadsheet and sub to her channel, and she'll tell you everything you need to know. And the spreadsheet is for life. So every year you'll get another spreadsheet. So if you buy one this year, you'll get another one until, you know, till the cows come home, I guess. You give great advice and A grade content. Deserve way more subscribers than the big influencers. I was just saying earlier how my channel's grown like 100 subs in the last day. I don't know, like a last 2 days. I don't know where they're coming from though. So like the last two videos I put out have only gotten like, not only, I don't want to say only like I'm ungrateful, but it makes no sense because they've only gotten like 25 subs a piece. There's an additional 50 subs uncounted for from somewhere that I have no clue where they came from. So I'm trying to find out. It's not from my last two videos. Love finding goodies in throwback piles. Yeah, throwback pile is a gold mine. Hey Josh, what's going on, bro? I was just talking about how I was on the phone with you earlier before going to on my way to the bins. Hope you're doing well, bro. Appreciate you coming and hanging out, even if it's just for a brief moment. Have you ever considered opening a second store? I used to have two stores. Like when I first started doing eBay, I started out on one account. The account I didn't set up accurately, so it was growing real slow, right? So like I started out with like what is it, the 10 listings they give you, and then I had to like gradually get the store increased to whatever, they would bump it up whenever I'd call and be like, "Hey, can you give me an increase?" And then so I think I was on like able to list like 1,000 items or something like that. And then I set my brother's store up and he was able to do 250 listings the first day starting out and make like 25 or 20K or whatever the basics parameters are whenever you start an eBay account. So I was like, man, what's going on with this? So I opened another one, and then the way I set it up, I was able to have 250 listings and everything too on that one. So I started growing both of them. The new store, it was my everything else stores, hard goods and whatever, clothing. And then the first store, I left that as exclusively sneakers. So I had one sneaker store, a separate store for clothing and hard goods and everything else. And it really just got to be too much to keep up with. So I closed down the second account and moved everything over to the account that I have now. Just keeping up with two separate accounts was too much for me, which is why I think that me cross listing on other platforms would be something that I would have problems with. And there's a link to Cheryl's channel, so maybe you guys will sub to that too. Because of you, I started to go back to the bins. This business model works great for me. The dust kills me and I get crazy allergies, but it won't steer me away. That's literally what happened to me earlier. I was in there crying like a little baby, sneezing, and like I'm still having residual after effects from it. Like I'm traumatized, but I'll be all right. No problem. I still wear a mask at the bins because my allergies. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wear one next time and see if it helps. Uh, Today was like the worst day it's been all allergy season. I bought some of that over the counter like Benadryl that they got at the gas station. Like take 4 tablets every 6 hours, but my eyes still burn. But I'm gonna have to go get me some Claritin tomorrow or some Zyrtec. Hey Marcus, just letting you know I've been here every week, haven't missed one live. I'm just here lurking, man, dealing with stuff, but I'm learning and fighting every day. Thank you for what you do. No problem, man. Glad to help. Thank you for your support. Hope everything's going well. And if you need private prayer, bro, reach out to me. I'm not I'm not hard to find. and I'll pray for you, about whatever it is you're going through. If you need it, no pressure. I'm traumatized, but I'll be straight up. Sums up the Ben's experience quite well. I know a lot of people, man, they get like overwhelmed. A guy that goes to my church, he's a buddy of mine. I'm trying to teach him how to do eBay. He called me. He was like, "Hey, I'm taking my son with me to the St. Louis bins. Is there anything I need to know?" And I was like, "Yeah, just be thorough, dig through the bins at the bottom, and look everything up." And so he hit me up the next day, and he's like, "A little overwhelming," and I was like, "Yeah, that's an understatement, bro. Like for real. I got like bin stuff all over me. Like you can see it all over my shirt. Like this is fresh out the bins, like dust and debris and yuckiness. So you guys are getting the raw uncut here." Brian, what's up, bro? Hello, what are your thoughts on leaving feedback for buyers that want to cancel or don't pay? I have automatic feedback set up. So once they pay, they automatically get feedback. If they don't pay, they don't get feedback. That's just the simplest for me. And, like people are like, but what if you end up leaving feedback for somebody that leaves negative feedback for you? I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. You know what I'm saying? Like in my whole eBay career, I think total I've only had like 5 negative feedback, maybe 6, and I've been able to get every one of them removed except for the one that I have that's just stuck there because the lady would not she wouldn't return my messages or open and return, so that kind of stinks, but I'm still at 100%, so that's really all that matters. I got an offer. Let's take this offer. Sorry if I sniffle in the microphone, guys. I'm really trying to not do that. I'm trying to hold it in, but I don't have any tissue. Share this screen real quick. You guys are going to accept offers with me. I got to do these returns, man. I got 4 returns right now that came in over the weekend. And then I got this stupid message thing that's telling me I have messages from buyers, which I don't have messages from buyers. $25. They want to offer me 15. This is a counter offer. Every time I counter, I don't make the sell, so I'm just going to accept this offer. Oh, crap. Here we go with this crap, dude. Sorry, guys. If you hear a bunch of F-bombs, my neighbors are outside going crazy. The bins in New Hampshire, they say they switch out the bins 3 times in the morning, clothing 3 times, and hard goods 3 times, then go to lunch for 2 hours, then maybe one fresh run in the afternoon. That's a little weird. It's better than mine, though. Like, they open for 3 hours and they close, and then they open back up for 3 hours. I'm glad they yellow taped the steps of the bins. Yeah, it stopped people from cutting in line. It's ridiculous. You got 2 ways into the door, and you don't think nobody's going to cut. Let's see. What's up, Joe? My day's going good, man. Really, really positive energy in my life right now, man. I'm super thankful for it. Things are going good. Business is going well. Life's great. How about you, Joe? You tell me how yours is going as well. What size clear bags do you use to store inventory? Oh crap, I closed the screen out. To store inventory. Sorry if you answered already. No, so I use 2 different sizes. Hang on, I'll show you. So these are 10 by 13. All the t-shirts go in these. T-shirts, shorts, most tops, some hoodies depending on the size, some pants, women's pants. And then these are 12 by 15. More hoodies go in these. Sweaters, most men's jeans, some hoodies that are like, jackets, like full zip lining and stuff like that in them. They'll go in there. The bulk of my items fit in those. If it's something that's a lot bigger than that, either I'll cram it in there and put a double, put another bag on the end to seal it shut, or I'll just hang it in my personal closet. There are links for every product that I use, just in case you guys do want to know what I use in any aspect. It's all in links in the description. I do get a small kickback, not much, but it's a way for you guys to support the channel. If you're gonna go buy something you're already gonna buy for your business, you might as well hit your boy up and use his links. Uh, you know, I had another score last night. A bunch of early 90s Looney Tunes and the Scooby Doo ties. Bro, that's not the greatest. I plan on bundling it. You're not going to have, let me not hate on you. Let me not talk down on it. I did not have great luck when I did that, but I hope, brother, that you have extreme luck with it. It took over a year and a half for mine to sell. Mine were Bugs Bunny 90s Looney Tunes, and I thought I hit gold. Like, I put it in the video, and Ray was like, "Yeah, man, that's that's not going to be a good find. You might have to bundle them up." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then they still took a year and a half to sell. It sold for like $7. So hopefully you have better results than I do. There is a link in the description of all the products I use. Thomas Taylor, what's going on? I have a 0% rating when it comes to counter offers, even as low as 50 cents. I have a 0% rating. I don't know what that means. What do you mean? Like you're not accepting any offers? If you could please elaborate, because I honestly don't know what you mean by that. And I'd really like to know what you mean by that. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. We'll be buying from your links. Hey, appreciate it. Uh, oops. Someone threw back a vintage. Someone threw back a vintage Baby Morgan balloon print satin trim blanket back at the bins. That blanket sells between $100 to $280. I sold one last year for $280, and that's how I know it was a bolo. Sweet. Yeah, I'm passing up that stuff all day. I just don't know. Exhausted over the weekend, we set up our pool and it worked on our reseller game show. And that will be on this Thursday. I'm working tonight and I haven't listed anything for about a week and it shows. Yeah, man, that's how it is. You can still make sales, but in order to keep it where you're used to, you're gonna have to do what you've been doing. In order to get what you've always gotten, you got to continue doing what you've always done. So, Buddy hit a fabulous garage sale last week. Hey, gotta take your wins when you can get it. I sold my 90s ties from high school, had 27 of them. Took forever to sell for me too. At least it wasn't only me. Uh yeah, I wasn't trying to like straight rain on Jay's parade, man. But sometimes, like that's like me. I found some Barbie dolls at a yard sale. They were all vintage. I'm like, sweet, this is gold. You know what I mean? Like, I got all these Barbies. I'm like, I'll buy them all. What do you want for me? Like, give me a dollar a piece. And I was like, sweet. I take them home. I put them on auction. I bought 14 of them. I'm $14 in. Guess what the auction ended at? $14. One bidder. I'm like, dang it, this is some crap because my minimum was set at $14. So it's like the Beanie Babies craze a few years back. Other resellers were in our Goodwills grabbing armfuls and they had no luck selling. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. I think the Beanie Babies would probably sell better than the ties. Honestly, that's how bad they were for me. I would never pick up another tie again. Now I know some ties can sell well, just like some blazers can sell really good too, but they require some circumstances. They require dry cleaning. They require measurements that I don't currently have in my process. So it's very rare that I pick one up, and when I do, I pick it up because it sells for like over $30, and it's you know just a rare occurrence. So I have picked up like a polo one and sold it for like $100 before, but it was wool. Um, let's see. Anybody have any questions they need answered or uh topics they want to discuss? If not, we'll just continue to just talk about random stuff. That's fine with me too. Um, just really want to provide value for you guys instead of just rambling. Tomorrow is what's tomorrow? Wednesday. Tomorrow is my filming day for my next day in the live video as well too. So if you guys happen to catch this on the replay and you didn't get the answer, ask me any questions because you missed the live, then please drop the questions in the comment section so that way I can get to them in the video tomorrow. Sorry guys, I'm getting distracted because now my neighbors are out there fighting. They're supposed to be getting kicked out because of this stuff, so I really hope they just like chill. Uh, it's kind of a distraction. Let me know if you guys can hear them. I feel the allergy pain. The cotton is literally raining from the trees right now. Dang, that's tough. Yeah, we have cotton here, but we have a part of the southeast Missouri region that is nothing but cotton fields. And yeah, I can only imagine how people that live out there are doing right now. How do I find my sell-through rate? Sorry for all the questions. Don't be sorry for any of the questions. Is why we're here. And if you guys don't ask questions, I'm talking about cotton fields. So you find your sell-through rate a couple of different ways. So the most basic way is to take your um, average list or average sold divided by your average listings. I think so. Let me just walk through it with you guys. So let's say on my store right now I have um 70. Good, they went inside. Sweet. I got 72.71. I've sold 26.23. So I'll divide 26.23 divided by 72.71. And that gives me, no, I don't think that's right. It says 3.6. So it's like, okay, now I have to divide that by 3. So it's solds divided by active listings, and then I think it's divided that by 3. So let's see, equals, then you divide that by 3. No, that's not right. How do I do this? I don't know. My spreadsheet tells me this stuff, man. I've gotten lazy. Maybe it's the other way around. You divide the actives by the solds. So let's try it that way. 72.71 divided by 26.23 equals 2.7. That don't sound right either. uh I'm just gonna say divide your actives by your solds and then divide that number by 3 months. So 90 days. Oh crap. Oh, I hope they're not gonna get into a fight over there. I really feel stupid because I don't know the answer to this question anymore. 72.71 divided by 26.23 divides sales money by the number of sold listings. I don't think it's the sales money that wouldn't help you with sell through. That would help you with your average sales price. He's trying to find sell through rate. You can't hear them? Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It's your solds by your active, then divide by 3. Yeah, so that's what I said. Solds by active. So I did have it right. So it's 26.23 divided by 72.71 equals, and then divide by 3. So my sell through rate is 12%. Uh, every, I guess every 90 days. Which I don't know. I feel like I sell a decent amount of items. So far this year I've sold. Let's just look at my store real quick. Yeah, it's all good. Hillary, I'm getting distracted by my neighbors, so kind of going through the same struggle. All right, so let's see. It's your sold by active. So dang it. I literally forgot what I was doing. What was I doing, guys? You gotta tell me. Marcus, that's your monthly sell through rate. Yeah, so 12%. So then 12% a month is no, but I feel like my spreadsheet. Okay, you're right. Because my spreadsheet says I do 4% sell through each week. So then that would be 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks would be 12 to 13. Sometimes it's up to as high as 16, which I guess that makes perfect sense. So that's right. So there's your answer. Ritz, divide the actives by the solds and then divide by 3. Oh, I still wasn't able to change my handling time. It's just not an option for the drop down menu. Yeah, so another person inside the Good Pickins Discord said the same thing when I tried to have him walk through it as well. He couldn't figure it out. So I don't know why some people don't have the option and some people do.
Tell me you're a reseller
Crap.
without.
How that happened? Sorry guys. Somebody's asking questions about what size something I use. Watch the live stream, you'll be able to get your questions answered. Can't hear the neighbors. Maybe you should invite them to join the live. Someone will offer me $5 on a $10 item, and I send a counter offer of $5.50, and they don't accept it. So I have a 0%. Oh yeah, me too. So, right. Someone said yesterday in a video, they're like, you sell stuff for way lower than the rest of the resellers do. Is there a reason for that? And I'm like, I list my items at the market price, then I run a 20% off coupon, and then buyers still lowball me. And every time I counter them, I don't make the sell. 9 times out of 10, I lose the sell. So instead of making no money that day, I just accept offers. And so that's why I even said in the video that came out yesterday, like, don't get discouraged by the numbers that I have. You know what I mean? Like, it can be discouraging if you're like, well, that's all it sells for. No, it's just the offer that I accepted. Kai says I was going to check how many items I've sold year to date. That's what I was getting ready to do. Thanks, man. That's why you guys are the bee's knees. Let's see. Performance, sales. So this year so far, I have sold, if it would generate, 3,669 items just this year. So it's not bad. 3,000. So out of the store, so I'm kind of like, if you think about it, I'm at like 50%. So what's 72, 72, 21, 72, 21 divided by 2 is 3,600 items, 3,610. So I'm at, hold up, 3,915 is the amount of items that I've sold. So I've sold over half of my store already this year, which is, that's great. So that means that I can sell my whole store 2.5 times this year, if I continue on the trajectory that I'm on, which is great with me. I'm trying to sell as many items as I can. So far I'm up 60% this year versus what I was last year. This period in final or in total sales. Sorry to bother you, but do your eBay funds show up for you, or mine aren't coming up? Brian, jump in the live. Or is this the Brian that's in the live? This is when things happen, guys, and you guys message me. This is real-time action of me like trying to respond to Instagram messages. I'm very accessible. I'm here for you guys. I just want to, you got a friend in me, guys. Let's see. Let's get caught up though. You were checking to see. Okay, and Signal Fixer says, how much can I expect my weekly sales to go up after I open my eBay store? You can't expect it to go up none. Don't expect them to go up at all. Nothing's going to change. The only thing that's going to happen is you're going to get slightly more visibility. Not much more. When I opened the store, nothing changed, honestly, except for I had the marketing tab. You know what I mean? So I could like do promotions, not promoted listings, but I could do like coupons and store sales and markdowns and things like that. So getting a store subscription is not like this magic pill that's going to help you get sales immediately. Only get a store subscription if you need a store subscription. Dang it, man. Why does it keep happening? I'm trying to go to my freaking Instagram messages. Brian Galvin. Okay, so is that the Brian that's in here? Brian. Nope, Brian Dowick. All right, so yeah, he's tripping off some stuff that The eBay app's glitching. That's why I don't use the app. I don't know. Do you guys have a lot of problems with your eBay app? A guy in the Patreon earlier asked me something about the eBay app, and I was like, you should just delete the app. It's definitely not accurate most of the time. Um, at least for me, like even when I try to accept an offer, I can't accept an offer on the first time. I'll go to press the accept offer button, and then it just resets the screen and goes to like a blank screen, like there's no offer there. Tyler Emery, welcome. So glad to be able to catch a live. Join your Discord yesterday. Sinister is username. Nice. I seen you pop in there. Welcome. And that is the Good Pickins Discord. For anyone that wants to join, it's free. Is the bulk discount option only available for stores? Yeah, eBay app is no bueno. Yeah, it's only available for stores, I believe. Like that's a marketing tab thing. Um, you can mark your store down without a store subscription, but you got to do it one by one. Matter of fact, I don't even know if you guys, it's been so long since I have not had a store. I honestly don't know. You might be able to do some type of percentage or like discount on a store or on a basic just eBay account. I don't know. I think the store is where you get the marketing tab from though, which there's no benefit to getting the actual store. Like having a store subscription gives you access to things that you don't have access to. And then on top of that, um, you get a store coupon to where you can buy like free shipping supplies. Most of the time they don't end up free unless you have like a premium store or higher. Because even with a basic store subscription, you get like a $25 coupon. And anything that you need to buy usually costs like $30. So you got to pay like $5 extra. I use the app for everything but printing labels, and yes, it has issues. That's that's funny, Hillary, because in order to print customs forms, I have to use the phone. I can't use the computer to do it. It's weird, totally weird. Let me play around for a minute and see if I can, and check if I can do a markdown sale. I do not have a store, so yeah, you'd have to do it from the computer, and you wouldn't be able to do it from the phone. Let's see. Jason, what's going on, bro? Hey, bro. Thought I would ask if you ever do thrift store shopping in addition to the bins, and if not, why don't you? Obviously, it's more expensive, but there are also opportunities to be had. So I started out only going to thrift stores, and in my area, there's not very many to choose from. There's like 4 or 5 thrift stores. 2 of them don't restock, but nothing but like once a week because it's all old ladies that run it. The other one is an old couple that run it, so they never restock. And when they do, they don't have the type of stuff that I can go in there and like load up a cart on. Like I'll go in there and probably buy 1 or 2 items. The Goodwill in my town, they do stock, things every day, all day, but their prices are so high and the competition is so crazy in there that people literally stand by the door where they bring the carts out at, and then they attack like vultures when the carts come through the doors. And while that was okay for a while, when I didn't have, any other knowledge to go anywhere else, it's just not the type of business model I'm trying to do is just stand by a back door somewhere and wait for good things to come out. Um, so the other thrift stores are like a half an hour away. They have okay stuff, but I'm paying like $20 for like a Patagonia hoodie or a Patagonia vest. I mean, sweater, whatever you want to call it. $20 for like a North Face jacket, and I can get that stuff at the bins hand over fist for under $2 an item. So that's why I go to the bins. Everything I get at the bins is the same thing I'm gonna find in my thrift stores, but 50 gajillion times cheaper than it is at the thrift stores. So while it's very profitable for someone that lives in a different place than where I do, it's not good enough for me. So that's why I go to the bins. Like I didn't always do only the bins. I was before I did anything that I do now, my whole business model shifted. And I switched over to exclusively the bins because it blew what I was doing before out of the water. Okay, if I try to do a markdown sale, I get prompted to upgrade to a store subscription. All right, there you go. Thanks, Hillary. Hillary's the GOAT. That's why she's the best mod around. Uh, Dang, it sounds rough. Makes sense. Thanks for the detailed response. Respect. Reset to 0. Yes, sir. Hey, I've tried it every way that you can, man. Flat lay, doing all that stuff. I've done flat lay. I've done the bin life. I've done the only thing I haven't done is hang my clothes on racks. You know what I mean? But all the other things that everybody does on YouTube land, I've tried all those. And what I do now works the best for me. So, you got to just find what works inside your business. And if it works for you, then that's all that matters. Like, you don't have to jump on every craze that all big YouTubers talk about, or, you know, just because it works for someone else doesn't mean it's going to be suitable for you. You answer way more questions than most YouTube resellers. You should have more followers. Somebody just said that earlier about the followers thing. It's not really about having more followers. While I mean that's all fine and dandy, the point is to provide as much value as I possibly can. So like I don't want to get on here and do a bunch of rambling. I'd rather just get on here and answer question after question after question because that helps you guys out the most. I already, have a tiny bit of experience at this stuff. I'm just trying to share the knowledge that I do have to help you guys get to the level I'm at. While I'm not at I'm not a great reseller by far. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not bad at it, but I'm not the best in the game, and that's for sure, hands down. Like known bona fide facts. But I can help you make six figures. That's for sure. So that's my goal. I literally just start listing on PC this week because the app keeps glitching. You should list on the PC even when the app stops glitching. Just my honest opinion. It's faster. It's just more streamlined. You get to use all your hands, all 12 of them. Uh, and then on top of all that, man, like you get, for me at least, I use the eBay Seller Hub. I don't use the app. I don't use my eBay. None of that because you get so many perks and you get to like see all your numbers and things like that, man. You know what your store is doing in depth. It's like watching YouTube analytics. You get to watch your eBay analytics. iPhone or Android for taking pics. I think either one works just fine. Nowadays the cameras are pretty much comparable to each other. I use an Android. Um, I do know that some people have issues uploading their iPhone pictures to their listings from either like they're not listing them straight from the phone into the listing or trying to transfer them to their computer by one method or another. I know sometimes it can be a nightmare, but now I believe you can plug an iPhone charger cord into your phone and plug it into your PC and it'll upload all the photos just like an Android will. But for me, that's what I use. I use a Galaxy S20 and it works just fine for me for pictures. Um, but you can use either or. Just trying to see how available you are. Josh said, my boy, that I was talking about earlier, trying to see how available I am during the live stream. Oh, I spelled available wrong. Yeah, I'm very accessible, man. I'm here for you guys. Sunny Las Vegas, man. What's going on, bro? How you doing? Digging the samurai style on the hair you got going on there. People keep telling my boy to cut his hair. Support the channel by tapping the thumbs up. Appreciate you, bro. Team iPhone. My brother's like, you're the reason why my text messages are blue. I'm like, yeah, it is what it is, bro. You know what I mean? I can't help that. My discipleship group, I'm the only one with an Android. So they're like, if it weren't for you, our text thread would be green. Like, I don't know what you guys want me to say, man. I'm not switching up. I'm not changing up on the game just to get a green text box. Never gonna cut it. Your wife's gonna make you cut it at some point. I know everybody talks smack about eBay, but they always so far been watching my back. Yesterday I got one negative and one neutral feedback from one customer and they removed them both. That's crazy. They hit you with a double whammy. At least you got it removed though, man. Congratulations on that. Yeah, you could say what you want about eBay. I feel like at the end of the day, they really are here to help sellers. Because you got to think, if you're not making money, then they're not making money off you at least. You know what I mean? So you gotta give them a little bit of credit, man. They're trying to do their thing, but every platform has issues. Tell me Poshmark doesn't have issues. Tell me Macari doesn't have issues. You know what I'm saying? So we got to take the good with the bad. I'm not hating on Android users. The phones are more affordable. Yeah, they are. Um, at the end of the day, you're paying for a name, whether it's a Samsung or it's a iPhone. I really feel like, in my opinion, they're in competition with each other, right? So since they're each other's competition, they're going to be like neck and neck with features. They're going to probably be pretty much close to the same camera quality as well. Although iPhone probably is just a little bit better. I have an Android Galaxy 22, so yeah, you got couple models newer than mine. My phone was 180 bucks. So that's fine with me. I'll buy them used all the time. Straight off Amazon, refurbished or factory reset. I'm okay with that. Um, the best thing, in my opinion, about newer phones is the space that they have on them. So like my old phone, it had like 32 gigs of available space, and then 28 of those gigs were just for simple operating procedures, just for the phone to be able to be used. Nonetheless, talking about me trying to add, 5 to 10 gigs of pictures every single day to it, the phone would start glitching and slowing down, and the shutter wouldn't, activate as soon as I tapped it. So like it was like finally flashing the shutter like 10 seconds after and taking blurry pictures. I was like, something's got to give. Need more thumbs up. What's up, Tina? How you doing? I just upgraded to a Samsung 23 Plus. Nice. Baller. Would you ever consider taking pics from a camera instead of using a phone? I tried it. The camera that I used had the photos looking extremely pixelated. So I would consider it. I'm not against it. I just don't have a camera. And so since I don't have one, I keep using my phone. The cameras are getting so expensive nowadays. They're like $300 for a camera that was back at the end of the virus time. I got one of these cameras from Best Buy for like, it was a Canon short shot or a power shot, one of those. I paid like $180 for it, brand new. I go back to try to get one. Number one, they're sold out, period. You couldn't get them from anywhere. And then online, they were going for like 400 bucks. And I'm like, that's crazy, dude. Like in a year and a half, the price was like shot up astronomically on them. Do you have your store set to where if a customer orders several items, they get a discount? If so, is there a way to bulk edit to give them that option? I do not have my store set up that way. I have my store set up for combined shipping, but I don't use business policies. In order to do that, you have to use business policies, or you could just send the buyer an invoice. Or if they pay for everything up front, you could just refund them some money on their purchase price, which is what I do. Um, I just don't feel like messing with business policies, but you can go into your shipping preferences and turn on business policies. And then the different types of methods you use the most often would be the templates you create. And then so like for an item, just say it's a t-shirt, you have a t-shirt template because all of them go under a first class shipping method and you charge a flat fee. Then you have a priority shipping rate for all your pants or items that can go in a flat rate envelope and are over a pound. You can charge whatever you charge for that. And then for each additional item, say it's a pair of pants, you can have an additional $3 charge for each item inside that category. For t-shirts, you can charge $1 additional for each item inside the t-shirt category because it's not going to add that much cost to the total shipping amount. And so that way, that's how you can do it simply and it's all done for you. You don't have to go in and uh, refund anybody after the fact, or you don't have to go in and adjust an invoice to send to someone. But I just, that's the way I do it. Just completed listings. Nice. How many did you list? I have an iPhone 8. I don't really rush nor have I timed myself, but seems like I do 10 or 12 sets of pictures in about an hour or so if I had to guess. Listing takes about the same time. Don't know if that's good. That's okay. If you're doing 10 an hour, then that means you can do 10 listing or 10 sets of photos in an hour and then 10 listings in an hour. So 2 hours in your whole day and you're done with it. You're done with eBay. Uh Sorry guys, my nose is really itching. It can be faster. It just depends on what you're listing. If you're listing clothing, that's a tiny bit slow on the photo side of things. I'm doing minimum 25 sets of photos in an hour. Um, that's just minimum. Just found you on YouTube. Well, hello, Kevin. I've been doing this reseller thing full time for 5 years, and I find your videos inspiring and have recommended your channel to my brother who is just starting out. Hey, that's great. Hopefully, I'll be able to help him. Appreciate you coming and supporting on the live stream. Be sure to smash the thumbs up, y'all. Thank you. Thanks. I do the same. Didn't know about using business policies for that. Yeah, that's probably going to be the most simplest option. But I turned on business policies and like I had like 50 million of them because when I first started doing eBay, I was selling similar off everyone. And so, like, when you sell similar off someone, you copy in their business policy or their shipping method on that business policy. And just imagine if you're selling similar off 10 different listings a day and you do that every single day for a year, imagine how many business policies are going to be in there when you turn it on. And I got overwhelmed. I was like, I don't even understand what I'm looking at. So I just opted back out and just decided to just do it on my end side of my side of things and charge a flat rate the way that I do it. And then when it comes down to combined orders, I just refund a little bit of the money. It's much more simpler than me trying to figure out what's going on in the back end of the business policies. Sorry, guys. I don't want to like suck down a bunch of snot on. It's bad enough I got to swallow it. It's gross. It gets real old when you hear people tell you how easy eBay is to do. I don't get it. If they only knew. I don't understand the context of that because you didn't go into enough depth. But eBay is not easy, um, but it gets easier. So if you're just starting out, yeah, like 5 a day is not easy to you. But then when someone like me is doing, you know, a lot more than that, then you don't think that 5 a day is hard at all. Uh, And then when you get to listing, even for me listing 5 a day to going to 25, not immediately, I didn't jump from 5 to 25, but in the process of growing my listing goal to 25 a day, I longed for the days of 5 listings a day. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. So like, yeah, while it sounds like um most people just don't empathize, it's just when you start doing quite a few listings in a day, you're like, yeah, eBay's much easier at a smaller level. I can see that smart move. I'm going to stick to the same way you're doing it for now. I mean, you can always give it a try. You don't have to do it that way just because I do it. But if it works for you, that's my thing, man. If it's already working, I'm going to just keep doing it the way that I'm doing it. Uh, but it would probably save me a tiny bit of time from having to switch back and forth from priority to first class. But it's really the same click of a button to adjust the shipping policy, so I guess really not. Um, One of the things that I know about, I'm gonna get back to what Jay said about eBay being easy. eBay's not easy. It's not a hard job. Like what we're doing is not hard, but doing everything that the business requires all by yourself as you grow, it does get to be harder. I noticed that when I was doing like 5 to 10 a day, like everything was a breeze, customer service and all that was pretty much non-existent at that point. Shipping was real quick. Uh but the more you grow your store, the more questions you get, the more you have to go in and adjust things, and the more you have to look in a listing to tell the person what they're looking for inside the listing that they didn't bother to check for. You know what I mean? Like, what's the measurement for this? And I'm like, 12th photo, 7th photo, third photo. You know what I mean? You gotta do all that stuff. That adds time to your day. But then listing the items and then putting the items away and then all the consolidation inside your storage and all those things like that, that stuff is actually physically demanding. Like for me to take 70, 80 sets of photos, I'm over it by the time I get done with them. I'm like so exhausted and like not like in a like out of shape way or nothing like that, but like it literally like starts to make my body sore taking photos over and over and over again. Uh so yeah. Josh says, how important is time management since you have scaled? what were your biggest bottlenecks as you grew from 20 listings a day to 40 a day? So the first bottleneck was trying to figure out how to do 20 to 40 in the same amount of time that I was doing the 20. Because obviously, when you're increasing especially when you're doubling your listing goal, um, it was like I'm doing significantly more work and it's taking me significantly more time, and I wanted my 40 to take the same amount of time that 20 was taking me, which ended up happening. Because I didn't go to 40 until the beginning of the year. I went to 40 in January. I was doing 33 at the end of the year, and I'd gotten pretty fast at it. Um, but honestly, the biggest bottleneck is just really putting in the effort. Like, you can't get faster unless you're trying to get faster, timing yourself. Uh, a lot of people don't want to do that. They want to do eBay leisurely, which is fine. You can do eBay whichever way you want to. But in order to like really grow your business, you got to push yourself out of your comfort zone, and you have to really try to push the envelope. So like if you're not in like slightly uncomfortable speed while doing an accurate job still, you're probably not going to continue to make the progress you're looking for. Because if you're complacent while you're still getting the job done, you're not pushing yourself hard enough to list more items. And if you can list more items in an hour, you've already given yourself a huge pay increase. Say you go from 20 to 40 in an hour, you've literally doubled your salary for the whole year. You know what I mean? Just by listing twice the amount of items in the same amount of time. Um, and so, what else do you say? How important is time management since you've scaled? I think time management is the biggest component to doing this. If you don't set a schedule and then stick to that schedule, you'll be doing eBay all day long, especially at doing um, 70, 80 listings a day. If you're the one doing those without no VA, like I just hired a VA last month. So now I've got 4 hours of my day back. But before that, I was listing until like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night sometimes, just because all the interruptions that I go through during the day, like Monday, I do all sourcing, but Tuesday I go live. So I'd have to stop to do this live stream. Then I'd have to get off this live stream, however long it ran, and then try to like, finish my listings while still answering questions that people had. And it just made me like to the point to where I'm like, dude, this is either I got to hire somebody or I got to lower the listing goal. So, um, really the most important thing of scaling is time management, learning how to do that and having refined process to be able to make that growth in the safest way possible while still being able to cut the time down that it takes to do those processes. And then obviously keeping your, your sell through going fast enough to where you don't run out of space. I would agree eBay simply requires consistency. I bought into listing same number of items daily. It took a few months, but sales become more consistent and it'll continue to be more consistent as you grow slowly. Your sales will catch up with you as you grow. Sorry for not adding context. What I meant was some think it's easy money, but don't realize the photos, shipping pics, etc. Act like you take a pic. Yeah, yeah, that's why I don't do consignment because people think you throw something up and it immediately sells, and sometimes it'll take a year for that item to sell. So I'd rather just buy the item from the person and then, you know, list it and forget it. I am seeing your process photo listing. How long are you staying at the bins before you say it's enough and head home? I stay at the bins all day. So they open for 3 hour segments and I stay the whole 3 hours and get as many items as I can in those 3 hours and then I leave. Uh, I source twice a week now. So I'll go Monday all day and then one day throughout the week. I'll go for half a day for one 3 hour session. Um, Jay says, I'm looking to bump up my listings. Just worried about storage. 800 items currently, and that eats up a bit of space. Yeah, that's going to be the next biggest thing because now you got to pay for external sourcing or storage, or now you got to pay for shelves to be able to store more items in a smaller space, or you gotta figure out a way to move the items quicker. So as you grow your business, there's definitely things that people don't see or are unknown that they're going to have additional expenses. Now you got to buy twice the amount of shipping supplies, twice the amount of bags to store your items in. You got to continue to buy shelves, and all that stuff adds up. What task did you give your What task did you give your VA? My VA makes my listings for me. Um, that's it. They create the listing, they fill out the item specifics, They do everything but the pricing. And then I go back through and I proofread it. Almost 100% of the time, I have to change the title because they're doing, let's just say they're doing like the most basic. So, like if it's a Nike shirt, they're going to say Nike shirt, men's large, blue, solid crew neck graphic tee, short sleeve. That's going to be their title. Instead of like saying like something about the graphic or like explaining it somehow with keywords that apply to the item, they're not doing all that. So I literally have to go in and like edit the title to make it something better. Sometimes they sell similar from a listing that is more accurate, and there's going to be some good keywords in there. But for the most part, they're just like Gap shirt, men's long sleeve, button up, collared shirt. It's like super basic, very, very basic titles. Um, Other than that, that's all I have them do. I don't have them do anything else inside my business. I saw how you uploaded your photos to your laptop. Is there a special program or phone you needed to do that? I have an Android phone and cannot get it up to upload. No, you just literally take your charger cord, plug it into your phone, plug the other end into the computer, and it should automatically start uploading the photos. At least it does for me. I'm looking to get to 10 a day, and that's it for me. From there, rather than grow the listing goal, I'll focus on growing the ASP. I'll do that to try and keep my store size to a manageable size. Yeah, that's a good business model. You're going to grow regardless still because you're not going to start off selling 10 a day as soon as you start going to 10 a day. So once you start getting this listing 10, selling 10, you should be in a comfortable spot, but you'll still usually net items on some days. Some days you'll list 10, you'll sell 10. Some days you'll list 10, you'll sell 8. Some days you'll list 10 and you'll sell 20. Some days you'll sell 15. So some days you're going to net listings, some days you're going to, be negative some listings, but your store will continue to grow. It'll just continue to grow a lot slower at that pace. Ben, hey, what's going on, man? Long time I haven't seen you, man. Hey Dixon, I hope you're doing well. Are you noticing a summer slowdown yet? No, I'm not. Not yet, but I'm also in grow mode. So like all my numbers are trending up still. So while some days I do get hit pretty hard with the low sales on some days, overall I'm still doing better than I did last year. So it's okay for me. Have you ever had any of your flat rate envelopes bust open by the time they reach the buyer? No, not yet. Because if I have to stuff it that much to where I think it's going to bust open, I put tape on it. Thanks, Marcus. I will try again. Appreciate your time. No problem. You might have to go into your properties or something of your photos app and see if there's something going on in there to why it's not uploading. But I'd say literally just plug up the phone and then it automatically starts scanning the device looking for new photos. So I don't have to do anything. Um, and so any other questions, guys? Um, I'm here as long as you guys need me, but if you guys don't ask questions, I'll hop off. Um, have you ever picked up brewery graphic t-shirts, and if so, do they sell well for you? I pick up almost every single brewery graphic tee I find. Doesn't matter if anyone's ever heard of it or not, and they sell pretty good for me. They don't sell for the highest money. I list them for 15 bucks and usually take offers or send offers for around 10 to 11.25. um, Sometimes I'll sell one for like 8 bucks, 9 bucks, because I'm like, who even knows about this place? You know what I'm saying? So they sell for me. It's funny because the lesser known brewery teas sell better than like Budweiser teas for me. Um, I don't know why. Do you pick up smalls or extra smalls? That's kind of a loaded question. Or not enough into the question. Yes, I pick up smalls and extra smalls in women's, especially because there are some small women and extra small women. Men, it is a lot more difficult to move, especially extra small. So I usually leave extra small men stuff behind, while sometimes I still do, but for the most part, I'm leaving extra smalls behind. I'll pick up small shirts in men's size because usually they're synonymous with the same size for women, and a woman will buy a man's shirt and wear it. I had a chance to get a bunch of them for about $1 each, but looking at South, so sell through rate, it looks like they have to be certain destinations that people want. Yeah, Did you sell the Suit Dog shirt? Nope. Check out the options at the top of your phone. When you slide it down after you've connected the cord, you may need to grant access. It also may be the cord you're using, some aftermarket cable. Yeah, that could be. That could be. She said that don't allow data transfer. That could be it too. I did forget about that. At one point, I did have to allow it to happen, and then after that, I didn't have to allow it anymore. So you might just need to allow permission to the app first. W. Over 75 watching, only 29 likes. Come on, y'all, hit that thumbs up. Yeah, if you guys feel like it, the button's there. We can find the eBay fee or the shipping cost in the order details right now. Hoping it's just a glitch. We can find the eBay fee or the shipping cost. No, that's permanent. That's how it is. They started doing that with the last update to where you can see all your seller fee breakdowns in the order details. I don't think that's a bad thing. Why do you not want to see that? I changed the USB preferences on the charger and the phone photos are uploading. There you go. Nice. Congratulations. I think Christina was the one that helped you with that. So big win for Christina. So you have a backup plan if the bins closes or becomes a not so good source. Well, there's two of them. I mean, they would both have to close for it to not be a good situation. And if that was the case, I would either A, drive further, or B, start hitting the pavement however many hours it took me to get my daily listings and drive however far I had to drive to regular thrift stores. Or like start buying out bulk from somewhere. I would just have to test things out until it wasn't feasible anymore. There's plenty of different places to go within a 2 to 3 hour drive from me that are bins places that are not Goodwill bins. So I'd have to use those. Um, Tall sizes do great, both men and women. Yeah, that's true. Definitely. I missed when you were talking about your VA. Did you say they price the item and you come back in and correct the pricing? No, I said they don't price the item. Yeah, they leave it for me. And when pricing, do you look up each item? No. I use price buckets on most stuff because I'm picking up the same stuff that I've always sold before. So I'm not picking up stuff that I really don't have much experience in unless it looks cool. And then, yeah, I do comp research on it. If I've never listed that item before, I'll do comp research. If I haven't listed that item in a long time and haven't sold it in a long time, I'll recheck the market to see if it's still going for what it was the last time I sold it. Um, Sometimes I recheck sell through as well. Like um, if I've noticed that like a certain size isn't moving inside of a brand for me, and it makes it all the way to like my markdown sell on like 75% off on sale, and it still doesn't sell, I'll check to see if it's because of the size, or maybe that item was just really, really stained and I bought it when I was thinking like, oh, all distressed stuff sells well, but that's not true. So like a lot of the stuff that I bought when I first started buying, I just bought it based off the name because I knew that people bought it out of the mall or had some type of, name brand or marketing behind it. But just because they do that doesn't mean it's worth picking up. So I'll look up pricing on stuff that I need to, or that I haven't listed in a while, or if it's something that I've never seen before. Christina says, awesome. What's up, Travis? How you doing? Sorry, we can't see the eBay fee. Oh, you can't. I don't know. Are you doing this on the computer or on the app? Hey, Joe, we use that screen to record, update. We use that screen to record, update our spreadsheet. I don't know. So you can do your spreadsheet a different way than that and just use it off your total numbers, which is the way I do it. I just use my total cost of goods, um, my total net sales, and whatever totals that are on the sales page is what I use. I'm not using like I don't do line by line anymore though. I did that for like the first year, and I wrote everything down in a notebook, each cell, and I broke it down individually. But I would have to go into the sales page and check the activity, and then do it line by line like that, and it was pretty rough. Greetings from Denver. Go Nuggets. Anywho, what is your favorite jeans to pick up? I found a pair of Miss Me jeans, True Religion, Levi's 711 skinny, to name a few. I find Miss Me jeans way more than I find True Religion. I find True Religion often, but when I do find it, sometimes it's fake, so I leave it behind. And Levi's 711 skinny, I find those all the time too. Most of the time, I don't pick those up. Um, unless they're in like the right size. My favorite jeans to pick up are gonna be like Diesel. Um, what else? I pick up most Levi's unless they're like just straight in bad condition. What else? What other good jeans do I like to find? What am I excited to find? Ariat jeans. When I find those, I'm happy. Um, just to name a few. BKE jeans, Miss Me jeans. Nobody picks up BKE at my bins. I don't know why. They just leave it behind. So I just swoop it up. Do you use Posture VA? No, I'm not on Poshmark. So I don't use it. What's up, Brian? I was wondering your thoughts on items with flaws. Are you more likely not to list an item with damage or stains, or is everything fair game? Usually, most stuff is fair game for me. Uh, if there's stains on an item, it depends on what the item is. I'll still pick it up because sometimes it doesn't matter. But if it's like super stained and it's not like an item that has uh, extra character value because of the stains or whatever flaw it is, then I'm probably going to leave it behind. Like a dude's not going to wear a Vineyard Vines polo shirt that has a stain on it because that's not the demographic that's going to wear that type of item. But, like a 20-year-old man will wear like a band tee that's got a hole on it or like a stain on it or like, a hole in the armpit. They'll still buy that. So, certain items, yeah, it doesn't matter what condition they're in. Some items, the more torn up they are, the more they'll sell for. So pretty much most of the stuff's fair game for me, which is also another reason why I let stuff go for pretty affordable prices because usually there's something wrong with it anyway. Yeah, I'm doing line by line. I'm doing line for line right now myself. But once I'm selling a lot, that won't be doable anymore. What do you do now selling 40 a day and how to track that for taxes? I use a spreadsheet. The link that is right here, Hillary just shared. I use this spreadsheet. It does all the thinking for me. All I have to do is put in what they're asking me to put in, and it tells me everything: my average sell per item, my average shipping cost per item, um, my average net, my average sales price, what my sell through is of in my store, how many returns I got for the week, how many expenses I had spent on during the month. Tracks up to 6 different streams of income, multiple vehicles. It does everything for me. So I can do my taxes once a month if I need to, my accounting once a month if I need to, and it'll have all the information I need in there. If you found Gucci boots at the bins, what would you do with them? I did, and I'm not sure what to do. I would leave them there. Chances are they're going to be fake. St. Louis has a lot of fake stuff because they have truck guys where they sell clothing out the back of trucks in the hood, and if there's real stuff on there, I've never seen it. Um, and so you can go get your whole Gucci suit, head to toe, be Gucci down, and it's all going to be fake. And that stuff makes it to the bins. What's up, Key? How you doing, bro? Uh, Also, how do you track mileage, gas, anything used for write off? You just keep receipts for all that. Well, I have a app on my phone that tracks my mileage, but I've been doing it so much that I know it's 15 miles to the post office and back from to my storage unit, and I know it's 245 miles to St. Louis and back. So I just those are the only places I go. So I just document 15 miles a day and then 20 or 245 miles a day, twice a week. So um, you do keep your receipts though for like gas and stuff like that. But if your car doesn't have like an advertisement on it, you can't write off gas. You can only write off miles. You can't write off any repairs, brakes, tires, any of that unless you're like using it as a driving advertisement. You can only either track mileage or you can track expenses like repairs. And you're going to make more you're gonna write off more miles than you. In the last year on my last car I just traded in, I 30,000 miles in 1 year on one car. So it's 50 cents a mile. So that's $15,000 that I can write off in mileage. So I've nowhere near ever spent $15,000 on tires and brake changes and oil changes. Not once have I come even close to that. So I write off the mileage. Most outdoor clothing can have flaws. Hunting, hiking, etc. will sell with stains or minor fabric tears. That's true. Very true. Just order the boxes from your links. Hey, let's go. Thank you. I do get a small kickback. I do appreciate that. So yeah, with tracking your numbers, don't overthink it. There's plenty of spreadsheets out there, or if you know how to use Excel, you can literally do it yourself. I don't know how to use Excel. I learned, then I forgot. So if you use it, if you don't use it, you lose it. So I just had someone that had one walk me through how to use it. You know what I mean? Pretty simple. So yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here. I really need to go blow my nose so I can stop sniffling over here. I really appreciate everybody's support, everybody's time. Hopefully I answered enough questions for you guys. If you have a question that I didn't get to, leave it in the comment section on the replay, and I will put it in the video tomorrow, in tomorrow's day in the life video. Or just reach out to me one way or another. Same name, every platform. I'll answer this question. If you find authentic luxury goods that are outside of your normal selling stuff, what is the best way to handle it? If it's authentic, put it on the real. So, or Poshmark. That's going to do it for this one. Really hope you guys had a good weekend and you have a great rest of the week. That's going to do it for this one. Catch you guys on the next one. But until then, let's